Hello, it's Sally. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. And today I'm going to be making a journal cover. So I've already got my journal. It's this one here. I bought this from, if you're in the UK, I bought it from Home Bargains, and it was, I think it was something like £3.99. It wasn't very expensive at all. It's got quite good sized pages. It lays lovely and flat. It's got, I don't know if you can see the little dots. It's called something, isn't it? I've took the label off actually. Let me just see if I can grab the label. In my bin. Hang on. It was Dotted Journal it's called. So caught up with thread. Okay, yeah, so it had that on there, and it had like a elastic as well, which I've taken off because I don't want the elastic on either. It was to hold the pages. So that's that. And yeah, what I'm going to use my journal for is I've got a load of templates that I'm kind of keeping in a folder at the moment, and they're all just all over the place. They're not sorted. They're all like little bits of pieces of paper, and there's like, can you see, there's like petals of flowers and stuff. So what I want is a book to keep my templates in, so that when I want to use my templates, I can just open my book, find a page, and then trace off of this or scan off of this. So that's what I'm going to be doing with it. So I'm not too keen on the outer cover, so I thought I would make my own cover. So let me just pop those out of the way. So first of all, what I've done is I've already cut like a base fabric so that I can sew on and pop fabrics onto the base. It's just a thin cotton. And what I've done is I've measured the size of the book. So I've kind of like just left a couple of millimeters either side, and then I've made it long enough so that I can do tuck in like that, and then that will be kind of like the book will tuck into that pocket because they will get sewn down either side. And I've got that on both the back and the front, so it'll go like that, and then that's what it'll kind of be like, something like that. So what I've done is I measured it, and I did about 1 inch plus either way, just to fold the edges over so they're not raw edges. I'm going to try and keep this as a non-raw edge journal. We'll see how we go anyway. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'm just going to go with the flow. So got this. I've got some scraps of plain whites and creams there, and then I've got some lovely florals and pretty fabrics as well. And I've got this panel here which I've had for a while, and I thought that would be quite nice to pop on. I'm thinking that kind of like the spine, because I don't want it to go, because it's so large, I don't want it to kind of cover the whole of one. So what I thought I'd do is I'd kind of have it on the spine like that. So that's kind of going on. Oops, Daisy, sorry, I think I might have just knocked you. So that's going to go in the middle, and I'm going to fold over the edges like that, and also I'm going to fold them over that way as well eventually. So I'm going to lose that green that on the outside, but I'm not too bothered about that. I may get rid of some of that grey as well. Just have the panel of, yeah, I think I will just have the panel of I think the tulips. So pretty, love it. So that's going to go there. So I think I may just fold that over a little bit, keep just a little bit of the cream border. So it kind of reduces it down, so it's not quite as big as I was thinking it would be, but so that's going to go in the middle, because that's going to be where the spine is going to go. And then I've just got grabbed some lovely linens, and all with nice edges on and everything. Just fold that over a little bit. Like that. And then I'm just going to start putting them down so I can piece them together. So kind of like, and remember that that's going to be kind of inside the book, so you won't see that. So it's just this bit here that I'm probably going to see. So it's kind of contrast as well because I've got the creamy and then a white one here. I might move some of these around. I'm just kind of popping them on. It's a nice corner maybe. Sorry if you can't see absolutely everything. I'll kind of shuffle across as I go. That one there is quite a nice edge. So maybe that and that together. I do like that one as well. I do actually want to put some coloured pieces on. As well. Well, that looks nice together, doesn't it? I like that. Another piece down there. Not sure. Got this lovely greenish. Right. Okay. Let's to go all the way under. Hello, Maggie. She's just come and wandered in. I don't know if you can hear her footprints on the floor. Let's have a nosy around. She'll go away in a minute. There you go. Show off. She's going. She doesn't stay very long. Just being a nosy Parker, seeing what I'm doing. And off she goes again. How are you all today? I hope you're all well. You're finding time to stitch. I think what I might do is because that's such a white space, I may kind of put something over the top, like some applique or embroider something. I'm not sure yet, but just because it's plain at the moment doesn't mean it's going to end plain. Stay plain. Right, so let's start. I quite like that. I like that there, I like that. So what have I got? I've got just one space left here. I do like. Quite, that's kind of balancing. I like the balance of that. I'm going to just pop that to one side for now, and that one to one side. I'm just going to see how I get on with those. So I'm going to start pinning, and I have got pin. Yeah, I've got pin somewhere. Just move this out of the way because it's shading the. Because my window's here, it kind of shades if I put anything in the way of it. So what I'll do is, when I get to sew, I can tuck all that inside. Let's get this corner down. Move it up a little bit, probably going out of shot. This linen isn't the best to work with because it's quite floppy. Once it's sewn down, it'll be fine. It's just actually getting it into position. I just need to just that fold come over the top anyway. Get this done first. So this, I'm going to take that off for now because I want that blue edge to show. Just take that over like that, and then this is going to go in here. So it's going to go under there. Oh, actually, I'll need to do fold under. Scoot up a little bit. Okay. Like that. A couple of pins in this one as well as we're going along. Okay, so that's got to have a fold there. Okay, so let's going to have to be moved up a little bit. I just need to do a fold there. I need to remove that pin because that's going to get trapped underneath, and we'll just shove that there for now. Okay, that needs to go there. Like that. And then I'm going to get this on. So it's going to be right. So that's going like that. Then we're going to have this and this. So I'm just going to start from this end because we know this is going here in this corner. this one here, but I'm going to just fold this one over. And then pop it in the corner. Right, I think that might just need moving down because it's just not quite sitting on the corner. And knit across. I was just thinking that felt quite thick. It's because of this one here. So I just need to. Do I want it to go all the way across? I think I would. Oh, because what's going to happen is if once I turn that over, we're going to have that. And also, I'm feeling that's going too much over there. So I'm just going to take. I think I might need to just change a couple of things. It's not quite working. I do like that all the way across, but then I kind of want this to be positioned here, and I think that's more central. I probably don't need it to be mega exact, but I don't think that's central either. What's that? That's about 10.5. Yeah, should be about 10 either way, doesn't it? What's that? 9.5 maybe, something like that. It needs to be there. So if I have it like that, then this is not working. That does. There we go. Ah, but I've got that little. What does that do? That's perfect. That's it. So this is just a kind of rough pinning. Once I've tacked it all down, it will all be in the right place, like that. Okay, let's move across, and then I've got this space here. Excuse me. Yeah, I like that. The colours go really well together. I'm not sure about that one now though. I'm wondering whether that should be more of a white base. We'll see. Let's just sort this one out first. Right, so how much fabric do I need? I need to turn that over. And about there with the hem there. I'm going to go to there. I'm going to do that and that. Okay, that's fine. And then it's going to go under that, I think. As I say, there's quite a lot of plain here, but once it's folded over, you won't see it has such a big block. And I may do some embroidery or something, or applicate on there. Okay. kind of all in place. I think we've no more gaps. Just put one more pin in there. That corner just needs sorting out. Which I can do. Oops, get caught up. Do when I'm tacking down. Okay, so let's see how that looks with my book. Going to go over there. That's going to go over there. So that's what it's kind of looking like to start with. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. I love that front with those two I want to say poppies. They're not poppies, they're tulips. Yes, I love that. And that's the back. So I don't mind that actually, the pink coming through on there and the blue. And then I might put something Suffolk puffy or applique on the, yeah. So quite happy with that. So what I'm going to do is I am going to start tacking it down, just show you a little bit of what I do, and then I'll go off camera and finish the rest off. So I'm running out of white thread. Myself a needle. Oops. So just your plain white thread. Tend to get through quite a lot of this. Then I'm just going to start on this edge and work my way down. Just make sure all these little bits are tucked in as well. So I'm going to start at the edge. And then it's just a case of a tiny little stitch and then move on a little bit. And then once I get going, it's kind of like a tiny little back stitch and then move on. That will just get everything laying flat. Ready to embroider on top of it. And then once I get here, I'll go down, across, down. So you're kind of like going zigzagging all the way down where you've got to tuck in. Just make sure it's, just take that out. So where you've got an edge, even though it's a smaller stitch, which is best to do, put a stitch in at the edge. And then you can carry on. Okay, so I'm going to go away and get all this done, and then I will be back. I'm just going to see how long this has took me. Is this about half hour or so? Hang on. Oh, 23 minutes. Okay, I might come back and just show you what I've done. Okay, see you soon. Right, so I have now gone and tacked all that down, as you can see here on the back. I've just done like a zigzag really, just going all the way along and tacked it all down. So I'm just going to double check that that is right. Hopefully it is. So that's going to be how that is. That's going to go over there, and that one's going to go over that one there. So that's the start of it. Then what will happen is I will, once I've finished, I will sew that and the other way as well, just to make the pockets. So yeah, happy with that so far. I like how it's looking. So what I'm going to do now is, although I've tacked it, I still need to go over all my seams and everything to make them nice and secure. So I'm going to go and grab, I'll tell you what, I've got this is my little Orts jar here, or Orts tub, whatever, that I've made before. So this is kind of like threads that I've got laying around. Let's have a look, see what we've got here. I've been trying to use them with several projects, so I'm going to do that here as well. I'm going to grab all my pinks. It's not all tangled, but there's where I'll use them. I might even go into, I'm going to go into peaches or not. Maybe not, but I will grab, let's just grab those to start with. I can sort the rest out at a later date. Pop those in there. I'll get rid of that one as well because that's purple. I'm not going to have purples for this. I think I'm going to stick to the yellow, pink and maybe blue, although I've got green as well, so we'll see how we go. So first of all, I'm going to start with, I quite like that one, nice bright pink. There's quite a lot of it as well, so I haven't got to worry about it running out. Needle, there's my needle, and because they're all little scraps, I think they're all different lengths as well, so I've just put them all together, but they are different lengths. So we'll start with this short one here and get the short one sorted, used up. So I'm just going to use 2 strands. Oops, a daisy, it's not gone through. Let's try that again. Sometimes you can just thread a needle straight away, no problems, and other times it takes you a while, but okay, that's gone through. A bit like my nail polish actually, doesn't it? A little bit darker. Right, so I'm just going to start here, and I think I'm just going to go along here and just do some overcast stitches. So ouch, into my thumb. So just some lovely little stitches. Just going to go all the way down to the bottom, and then what I'll do is I'll probably change colour and go for a yellowy maybe. I used all my yellows up, you can tell, look, in my last project. I haven't got any yellows, have I? So I won't do yellow, or I will do yellow, but I will get yellow from somewhere else, I think. Start new. So yeah, go like that. I think I fancy a yellow or a blue maybe, I don't know. Blue would look quite nice, wouldn't it? We'll keep the blues out as well. What blues have we got? I've got a mixture of blues there. I'm not too keen on that shade of blue, because that's like the shade of blue that the book is, isn't it? So I'm kind of steering away from that blue and just going with this kind of, I might go for a bit paler actually, although there's a few pale ones in that. But yeah, so a blue and yellows, that's what I'm going to go for. So that's what I'm going to do. Just going to go over all of the seams now with that stitch, just to get everything tied down, and then I can think about decorating it. So I think I will say goodbye to you now, and I will do part 2 of this. Once I finish this, I will film it, so it'll come out in a couple of days' time, I should think. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.